55 World Series, the Breeders' Cup, Super Bowl 30, the NBA Finals, the Olympic Games, all on America's sports leader, NBC.
For the Chiefs and the Colts, could they bust through against the Raiders? Up at the Raiders and the Chiefs, and the Raiders were at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Lost at Oakland, 1981. They beat the Colts 30-17. Chiefs and Broncos. Chiefs went into the day with the best record in the conference at 6-1. Oh, the weather outside was frightful. It's not Christmas yet, but in Denver and the Rockies in the middle of October, you can get this. The ball squirts out of John Elway's hands. Then John, who's used to throwing in this, another dying quail. And then Steve Bono, doesn't have you, babe, overthrows Keith Cash. Then Bono overthrows Leroy Thompson. Steve Bono starting out 0-7. So Denver says, hey, we play in this stuff. The fake handoff to Davis. Shannon Sharp. Touchdown, 10 yards from Elway. 7-0. Shannon fired up. But KC, Marty Schottenheimer, was 0-7 in this building as a coach until last year. They won with Montana's miracle. Marcus Allen. Could he get in? No. Marcus Allen. No, it's a fake to Marcus. Bono. Boy, Steve Bono with a nose for the end zone this year like we've never seen. They say his love won't pay the rent, but it tied at 7-7. Tommy, what about Elway?
Well, John Elway had a hard time gripping the football all day. Right there, you saw he wasn't hit. He fumbled the ball off his knee.
Kansas City takes advantage after the fumble. Bono to Lake Dawson. Great catch in the end zone. The Chiefs 14-7 at the half. In the second half, the weather got worse. Marty said, let it snow. We got the lead. We also got Marcus Allen. Marcus, 10 yards down to the 30. Then Bono fakes to Marcus. When you run well, you can do. Look at Bono on the reverse. The naked reverse, and then safe out of bounds inside the 10. KC at the 1. Little history here in the snow. The 100th rushing touchdown for Marcus Allen, joining only 3 others in that club. Walter Payton 110, Jim Brown 106, John Riggins 104, Marcus 100. Fourth quarter, Denver trying to go through the snow. Elway steps up, rolls right, can't see the yard markers, but Francis Johnson sees the ball. First crafty play by Elway. Then fourth down, Elway to Johnson again. But Dale Carter picks it off, had the sure hands, had 2 picks today, Tommy. What do you have?
Well, you watch Dale Carter on Vance Johnson. You're going to see the push right there. He's going to get another light push right there, well beyond the 5-yard zone. But when it's snowing like this, you tend to get defensively the extra pushes. The refs won't call it.
Denver has the ball down by 14 under 2 minutes to go. Aaron Craver short of the first down. The Chiefs, first back-to-back wins in Denver since 1971 and 1972. With Hank Stram, Len Dawson, Tom Jackson was in college. It was a long time ago. And the Chiefs are 7-1. The Raiders are 6-2. Denver and the Chargers 4-4. Guys, you got a heck of division. Take a week off. Everybody except the Seabag, take a break. We'll take a break too. We'll be back with Game Balls. We got
on the ground in Denver, but the faithful fans are here waiting. Now, you saw the snow during the game, and we can show you some pictures of what it's like in Denver right now. At the Denver airport tonight, I've been told by the people at American West Airlines that the team's chartered plane is still on the runway. Airline workers say that they can't even see 5 feet in front of them right now because the snow is coming down so hard. And this snowstorm has backed up traffic at the Denver airport. And because of that, the team's chartered plane once again is still sitting on the runway in Denver. Now, once it takes off, it will be about an hour-and-a-half flight to get here to KCI. And believe me, the people here are willing to wait all night. There is a crowd of about 30 or 40 fans here. They look pretty excited. Now, you can see some people making signs. They say that they're willing to wait here all night long if necessary. But really, the biggest problem right now is just wondering when the team will hear. The airline can't even tell us when the expected arrival is, because once again, it all depends on when the plane takes off from Denver. So we're going to send it back to the studio, and we'll keep an eye on things out here at the airport as all of these fans just wait for their team to come home.
Lots of happy fans out there tonight, Chris, and I hope they have a good time waiting. Thanks for the update.
And keep their name in those sports headlines. One Kansas City fan is letting his neighbors know of his opinion of today's game. He had quarterback John Elway in a baby crib. The artist says when it comes to rounding up Broncos, the Chiefs have no problems putting Elway in his proper place. Well, while the game was played in Denver, local bars were packed with Chiefs fans glued to the tube. They watched Bono and crew stomp all over the Broncos. These fans packed into a new pub in Overland Park. It's Barley's Brew House, and they just opened the doors yesterday. Perfect timing.
Well, we know the Chiefs put those Broncos in their place. Coming up, a live report from Denver and the highlights from the game. Dave is next with sports.
Limited, this third quarter beauty fell safely. The Chiefs put an emphasis on the running attack second half, and Marcus Allen responded. Over 120 yards on the ground. That right there, career rushing touchdown number 100. Only 3 others have ever done that. In the game to Kansas City, 21-7.
In NFL history to hit the century mark.
Dennis Evans, that travel agent's dream, made the trek from Nebraska to Denver to complete a weekend doubleheader, and he joins us now live from Colorado. Dennis, I got the sense the locker room was a little bit more lively than usual at 7-1 just in front of the bye week. Fill us in.
I'll tell you what, the guys were much more excited than they normally are, and I think the reason for that is the record did improve to 7-1, but they did what every team sets out to do when they come to Denver, and that's stop John Elway. If you want to come to Mile High Stadium and win, you have to stop this guy. The Chiefs came out here, and that's exactly what they did. As John Elway goes, so go the Broncos, and today, neither went very far. After hopping out to an early first quarter lead, the Broncos offense was not only shut down, but shut out.
They were able to run on us, and that allowed John to do what he wanted. But once we started taking the run away, we knew John was going to go to the pass, and we just started pinning our ears back and get after him.
As if the Chiefs defenders weren't giving the Broncos enough headaches, the second half brought in extra help. The snow that usually works in Denver's favor turned out to be the Broncos' biggest foe.
When you play John, you got to just continue to keep rushing and to stay after him because, you know, he's going to sit there and wait until the open receiver comes.
This is kind of team that, you know, if we're relaxed, no matter, you know, as long as there's some time on the clock, you know if we're relaxed.
So instead of sitting on their lead, the Chiefs' offense and Marcus Allen put on their snow tires and went into overdrive.
The second half we came out, as you can tell, that first drive was, you know, a thing of beauty. Those guys, you know, they really came out of the locker room and said, let's get this thing done. Let's do what we're capable of doing, and they did it.
Now, I'm staying outside in the cold right now, but during the game, I was fortunate enough to be inside in the press box with the windows closed and the heat on. Lynn Dawson, on the other hand, had the game's view from the press box, but with the windows open. So here's Lynn's cool look at the game.
What a great victory for the Kansas City Chiefs. Really puts them in great position, 7-1. They've defeated all of their opponents in the AFC West. I said before the game, the key is John Elway. You got to be able to control him and slow him down. I wasn't aware of the fact it was going to be snowing up here, and the weather would be a big factor in this ball game. Before the game, when it started to snow and rain, I said the quarterback that can handle that ball the best got the best chance of winning. Very surprised John Elway could not do the job. Bono did another outstanding job, and what can you say about the offensive line? A terrific game for them. Marcus Allen, 122 yards. What a big victory for this team. They're going to get a week off, but I think they're going to continue to be focused. I just talked to some of the players, and they said, I'd like to just continue to play because we're on a roll right now. They definitely are. Big win for Kansas City. This is Len Dawson reporting for KMBC 9 Sports.
Now, Dave, as I told you, the guys were extremely excited after the game. The 7-1 record, one reason. The bye week, another reason. The biggest reason they were getting out of Denver and out of this freezing cold weather. And can I tell you, I will be very happy to join them.
Dennis, go buy a cup of cocoa. It's on me.
Oh, thank you.
See you first part of the week. Well, as Len Dawson indicated, the Chiefs are now unbeaten inside the division, lead all AFC teams with 7 wins. Both are important when you start talking about the playoffs and home field advantage. Meantime, more misery for Miami, minus Marino. Don Shula's team lost a third straight, this time with the Jets joined. Final
21-7, the final. Kansas City wins it. Here's your final totals. Marcus Allen, 21 carries, 121 yards. It's the first time since 1974 a Chiefs running back has rushed for 100 yards in Denver. The last guy to do it was Ed Podolak. Bono runs for one, passes from one. It was a great game. Frank Bowl has a post-game report from Mile High Stadium.
Keats, weather? What weather? As far as the Kansas City Chiefs are concerned, it was an absolutely beautiful day here in Denver. I'll guarantee you that. They put together their most complete game of the season. They are now 7-1. They allowed John Elway just one touchdown. I'll tell you, that's incredible here at Mile High Stadium. As far as the special teams are concerned, Tamarek Vanover, again, running back the kicks, setting up the Chiefs in great field position. And offense, well, when the weather did turn bad in the third quarter, they handed the ball off to number 32. They all jumped on his back and rode him to victory.
That guy is unbelievable. I've been around a lot of great players in my career, both as a player and a coach. I've never seen one like that man. He is remarkable.
You said it, Coach. Just when you think this guy is about at the end of the line, he scores his 100th career rushing touchdown and gains over 120 yards against the Broncos.
I was definitely pleased. I had a big smile on my face once I crossed the goal line, and I thanked the guys.
It was great. You know, he just read those holes perfectly, and those kind of days, you got to need that veteran guy back there who just kind of sits back and waits for that hole to develop and then just hits it up in there.
Yeah, he made some great plays today. I mean, he just was setting the blocks, and I mean, he's a great player.
I love the guy. Hey, he hasn't lost a step in my opinion. He's a great running back, great vision. He hits the holes, and it's a pleasure to block for the guy.
Yeah, Allen's 100th career TD was nice, and so are a lot of his other individual accomplishments. But he isn't through, and he has one more goal in mind, and it's not an individual thing.
Second Super Bowl ring would be the ultimate, not only for myself, but the rest of these guys that haven't experienced that great event. I think it's in our grasp. By no means do we think we've arrived because we're 7-1. We know there's a lot of hard work ahead of us.
What are your thoughts on 7-1 and having a week off?
It felt good, being on top of the division and hadn't beat everybody in the first round. And, we have a chance to rest and think about what we have to do the second half and come out hunting again. I think that, this ball club is excited about playing and we're doing things in the right way.
So here's the scenario. The Chiefs are now 7-1. They own a victory over every other team in the AFC West, and they have some time off, folks, to heal. It doesn't get any better than this for the Kansas City Chiefs at the midway point of the season. Reporting